Hey, what's up everybody? This is Cole with ColeMizeStudios.com, bringing you another segment of Be a Better Rapper Now. In this segment, I'm going to be breaking down how to hack the beat. And what I mean by hacking the beat is basically understanding the core fundamentals of whatever beat that it is that you're writing to. And through these techniques, it will apply universally to any beat you're writing to. What I mean by that is this. In the real world, we measure things by length, depth, width, inches, centimeters, yards, feet, miles, etc. In music, you have measurements as well, and it's pretty basic. The measurement in music is what we call measures, or as you've probably heard before in hip hop, bars. I'm sure you've heard that term before. Bars and measures are pretty much primarily the same thing. They're pretty much synonymous with one another. So basically what a measure or a bar is, a small little piece of space in musical time. So for an example, in hip hop, a bar or a measure is usually what you call 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 1 bar. And of course, depending on the tempo that song is in, determine if it's a fast 1, 2, 3, 4 or a slow 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. When I say beats, I'm not talking about Dr. Dre headphones. I'm not talking about instrumentals. Beats is pretty much little checkpoints within each measure or bar. So each bar or measure will have 4 beats in it, typically in hip hop. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 beats within each bar. Think of it like this. As we're dealing in the measure of 4s, we would call it like a 4 count. So think about it like this. There's 4 quarters that make up $1, right? Well, it's 4 beats that make up a measure. So each one of those beats is actually called a quarter note. So that's an easy way to remember it. Each beat is a quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Typically, this is a good guideline that you can go by that applies to any beat pretty much in hip hop in most cases. Usually, the kick drum will hit on the first beat and the third beat of the bar. And usually the snare drum will hit on the second beat and the fourth beat of the bar. That'll give you kind of a good indication of where you are in the actual bar. So let me give you an example of just trying to beatbox. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 2 bars. Or maybe a little bit of more drums in there. That's a good way to give you an indication of where you are in it. And the reason this is important with understanding the measures, the bars, the beats within the bars is because rapping is mimicking the percussive elements to the beat. So you want to understand the beat and you want to make sure that you're in sync with the beat. You want to almost be dancing with the beat. You want to complement the beat. You don't want to be out of sync. You want to be smooth and you want your stuff to be tight. You want your rhymes to be like they are just another part of the percussive elements. It's going to make your stuff sound a lot more tighter, a lot more uniformed, a lot more legit, a lot less sloppy. It gives you structure in how you're doing things and it allows you to create rhythms more systematically within that beat. You also want to make sure that your words are actually lining up with that kick and that snare. Your syllables, your words, it should be in line with it. They should be going right on top of each other. Also, another reason it's very important is because of establishing a language with other artists. For an example, let's say an artist hits you up and they're like, hey, look, I want you to get on a track. Can I get 16 bars from you? You need to be able to count that out. You need to be able to measure out what 16 bars is for that particular track. Because as I said before, tempos vary. Some beats are going to be faster than others. You need to be able to measure it out. It would be kind of embarrassing if you did your verse and you sent it over to them and you was short a couple of bars or you went over too many. It's just not a good look. You know what I'm saying? And typically in hip hop, verses are usually 16 bars and hooks are usually 8 bars. Not in all cases, but most of the time that's usually the format that they go in. So I hope this is helpful to you guys. I'm still just trying to touch on the basics and the fundamentals of this. And today I wanted just to spend a little more time about how to hack the beat, how to actually start breaking it down, understanding how it's made up musically in time so you can better structure your rhymes around it. So stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading a new video every week. If you like this video, like it, Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Would love to hear your feedback. This is Cole with ColeMizeStudios.com, and I'm signing off.